Hi, this is Sean Aldridge, eXp Realty, aka Coach Sean the Realtor, going above and beyond to help you find your dream home. I wanted to come with a quick video just for a few moments. I want to talk about how to buy an investment property. Again, if you have questions or different videos that you want me to put out, please put it in the comments, DM me. But specifically today, I just want to take a few moments just to talk about that. Many people don't believe it's attainable. There's certain things when I go back and I look through all my real estate experience and buying the home that I had. When you learn those things, you wish you could hindsight go back and do it all over again. And if I could do it all over again, I probably would have started with an investment property. So here's how it works. Typically, let's say you have your own home and you own a home right now and you're living in a single family home or something along those lines. And so you decided now you want to buy an investment property. Well, typically, you're going to have to put at least 20% down to be able to buy that particular home. So let's just give it an estimate. If it's a $100,000 home, 20% down is about $20,000. But here is the caveat. If that home is the first home you've lived in, you're a first time, not necessarily a first time home buyer, or first time home buyer, but if that home is the first home you've lived in, you get an FHA loan and you're going to occupy that. That means it's a multi-unit that you're going to occupy. Then all of a sudden now that 20% goes down to 3.5%, which goes from being $20,000 you have to bring out of your pocket to $3,500. And what happens is a lot of people, this is what they do. They live in it for a year, move out, do the same process in another one. And then what you're doing is you're building up equity in your home, obviously. But what you're also doing is you're building up your financial portfolio and you're building up your rental income. And that income, when you decide to get your single family home or whatever home is your desired dream home, is paying for your home. And so that's kind of how people begin to kind of work at and get their cash flow going, that now you have other entities paying for your mortgage. To give a couple of other methods of how people actually invest in investment properties as well. One of those methods is called the BRRRR method. The BRRRR method represents, it means to buy. The first R is to renovate. The next R is to rent. The next R is to refinance. And the next R is to repeat. So you buy that home. If it needs some renovations, depending on what the nature of the renovations are, you renovate that home. Then you actually rent that home out. You're developing rental income. And then you refinance it. You cash out that. And when you take that cash out of refinancing it, you repeat that process in another home. This is how they build their financial portfolios and begin to build wealth, because they keep doing this over and over and over again. So that refinancing helps you get back your initial investment, but you don't just take that and do it and use it for your own personal gain. You plug that back into something else. And what you're having is your tenants are taking care of your mortgage and your cash flow again for your new home. So you could be doing some basic renovations like carpet, fixtures. You really want to find kind of the properties that work for you. Carpet, fixtures, or not just carpet, but new flooring, things along those lines. And so some of the things that people do, just to give ideas of where they find these homes. If you have a good real estate agent, they can begin to do searches to find you multi-unit homes that may need a little work, or they can do some things for you where some people have bought homes on auctions, and they'll get those homes on sites that are undervalued. Some people use hard money lenders, where when you have to do renovations, if you get a hard money lender, you have to pay 20% down. The interest rate is a little bit higher, but they also include, once you pay that 20% down, 100% for the renovations that need to be done. So you get that done actually in that. So here's how you build your portfolio, because people sometimes think it's too much. Maybe you build that portfolio by buying one property a year. So I buy one investment property per year, and I'm generating income off of that. After you look at it for a certain amount of time, depending on what it fits for you, then all of a sudden now, after a few years, you have this portfolio where you're actually building wealth. You want to do this. You want to make sure you find what we call your ROI, your return on investment. It basically is looking at what your expenses are and what your net income is going to be. You can also, without the BRRRR method, you can find what we call turnkey properties. So these turnkey properties are basically, it could be a home that you're buying, but it already has a renter in there, and you've kind of done your research and you found that's a good renter. It's a turnkey property. Or it's a home where you bought where it doesn't need the renovations because the renovation has already been done. So these are all kind of different things you can do this. Again, one of the ways that you can leverage of getting money for this is if you're going to be an owner occupant and live in this multi-unit home for a year, you can get it for 3.5% down. Another way that people do it, and you have to make sure that you have a plan and you're disciplined in it, is you use what we call a Heloc. It's a home equity line of credit. So let's say you're in your home right now and you have $30,000, $50,000, $70,000 worth of equity. You can use that equity and leverage it into buying the other property, not into buying a new car, not into buying things that are not going to appreciate, but buying a new home, and you can use that as your down payment, and it will help you to be able to purchase an investment property. So what I wanted to get across to people is that, your dream of investment property, or some people, your dream of fixing and flipping, which we didn't get into that, is not as far off. Hard money loan for fixing and flipping, you pay 20% down, and they'll give you 100% of the repairs. But when you're looking at certain things, look at that BRRRR method, look at the different things that are out there, so that you can begin to build your financial portfolio and build wealth. Again, if this information is helping you, please like and follow, subscribe. It kind of helps things. If there's more videos that you want to see, let me know and I can put those videos out there for you. I just want to bring pertinent information and kind of bring you with some financial literacy to help you to begin to get a vision or move forth in certain areas. Thank you for watching this video again. And if this is helping you, again, like and subscribe, and God bless.